In this video, I'll be giving you information on how you can win this amazing, unique toy from the 1960s, highlighting Batman and the episode The Contaminated Cowl. Now, I found this rare little gem and I wanted to gift it to one of you lucky winners and supporters of my channel and people who watch this video. How do you win? Well, make sure to watch the entire video. I'll give you instructions and yep, I'll be sending it to you free of charge. Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Nineg. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Batman, the 1960s television show. More specifically about an amazing moment that was retold by one of the actors of the television show Batman and how he was forced to do something. Now, it's going to be a little bit controversial, or at least two sides of a coin, because I think some of you will say, yeah, he probably was forced, and others will say, there's no way he was forced. And I don't know if we'll come to a conclusion. I'll tell you my thoughts, but it will be an interesting one, and we have to talk about it if we were to look at this television show, Batman. So what am I talking about? Well, if you do or have heard of the episode The Contaminated Cowl, then you'll know absolutely what I'm talking about. Now, of course, the Batman episodes were usually two-parters, and so the second part to that one was The Mad Hatter Runs Afoul. Now, this two-parter did star the villain, the Mad Hatter, who was of course played by David Wayne. Now, this episode came out January 1967, and it was an interesting one because, of course, we see the villain, the Mad Hatter, whose goal was always to increase his collection of hats. Now, his big prize goal was to get Batman's cowl. And because he used some radiation, x-rays on it, the cowl turned pink, which is kind of comical. But in the frame of the story, I think it works pretty well. Now, the actor David Wayne, who was also in a Twilight Zone episode that I absolutely love, you know, the hypochondriac man that makes a deal with the devil to become immortal. One of my favorite episodes. I personally love that episode. But going back to David Wayne, he said that he was forced to play the character of the Mad Hatter. Now, you may ask yourself, how could this be? Now, these are his words, and we can form our own conclusions from this. Now, according to David Wayne, he said that it was too tough to get me to do a second one. When he's referring to a second one, he's referring to a second appearance on the show, right? The two-parters. He continues, they held a gun to my head to do it. They had already written a script for the Mad Hatter, and I said I would not do it. So they used all the strength of the studio in order to force me to do it. Finally, I just gave in. I just thought it was a cheap and beneath me, really, as a performer. He believed that this type of work was not him. He was more of a Shakespearean type actor. Now, going back and continuing to what he said that strangely enough, most of the fan mail he gets from any type of acting work that he's done is from people who knew and loved the Batman episode, and people continuously would ask him about it. Now, I know some of you will say, okay, they didn't really hold a gun to his head. Well, really? Maybe? Did they? I mean, how much can studios put pressure on someone to do something? Like, if they really need you, yeah, they're going to pay you and you could say no. But I mean, it has been known that studios do blacklist actors, make them basically unworkable. Hey, you can't work again if you don't do this job, or you can't work again if you go to another studio. It happened to Eric Estrada. Many actors have been blacklisted. And so he doesn't necessarily say that. We're kind of speculating, or I'm speculating here. But who knows? I mean, again, it was his yes, but I don't know how much pressure, because he did say they used all the strength of the studio in order to force him to do it. I'm very curious. He did not elaborate. Remember, this was the 60s, the 70s in terms of when all this information was coming out. And so he couldn't give you all the information, but now that we know what's going on and how things worked, maybe they were a little bit more forceful than we first comprehend. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. Have you seen these episodes, The Contaminated Cowl and The Mad Hatter Runs Afoul? I want to re-watch the episodes again, see what I think about it. He's not super popular like the Joker, Riddler, Penguin, or these other villains, but I think sometimes these roles and this piece of work is often underrated. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what you guys think. I know a lot of you will know how to win the toy, the Batman with the pink cowl toy. It's very simple. You need to be a subscriber. So if you are not, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up like button. It's the same thing. It's all free to do this, by the way, to subscribe and to like. It's free to do so. And as well, leave a comment down below. As long as you write the words Mad Hatter in the comment, it is fine. And finally, there's a link in the description, not in a comment, link in the description. Click on that, fill out the little bit of simple information there, and then I will announce the winner on my YouTube community page on May 10th, 2024. So you have that amount of time to enter the contest. I'll pick a winner, announce it, contact you through your email, and then send it to you free of charge. Good luck to everyone who is participating. Thank you so much for your support. Making videos like this and sending out little gifts to people who win the giveaways is my little way to say thank you to all of you who have been so supportive, and I truly thank you. We'll see you all next time, and don't forget, everyone, be hopeful. Thank you to all my supporters, especially my Diamond tier patrons: Christopher K, John O, David D, Sally N, Jerry D, Vito L, Citizen Kane, Jennifer P, and Kevin K. If you want to be on this list, make sure to check out the link in the description. It's all of you patron members who make my channel possible. Thanks!